it is Cecily again. I am working on some decluttering things I told y'all I would do more videos on. I've showed y'all my kitchen. Another thing on decluttering is paperwork. I have a horrible tendency to want to try to track everything, and I'll have a notebook over here for the garden, and a notebook over here for grocery shopping, and a notebook over here for planning things in my camper or my home or the RV or the property, and one over here for groceries, and one for 15 million notebooks. And I'll start one and I'll be really detailed, and then I kind of get bored with it or overwhelmed, or I lose that notebook, or one of my kids have schoolwork and they just grab a random notebook and I never see it again, and there goes all that tracking. Just, those of you with kids, you know how that happens. Those of you who just try to overdo too much, you know how that happens too. So for New Year's, I'm trying to simplify things down to one main notebook. So what I've done in here is I got a 3-subject notebook because I was using what I had on hand. If I would have paid more attention, I would have realized I have 5-subject notebooks that have like 60 pages per section, as opposed to this 3-subject that has 40 pages per section, if my math is right. But this will work. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of doing like a planning schedule. Like here's where I've planned out the kids' Xmas vacation and just things to do, because we have, like 21 days of the kids being home, and there's a lot of get-togethers and things, so I put that down there. But then like the next page is my 2020 resolutions, things I want to get done. I want to, pay off debt, declutter, actually make progress on my home improvements, gardening skills, simplifying things, sewing, and I want to work on like some basic woodworking, because I think at the property that would be very handy if I can do it instead of having to wait for my husband to have off days and completing some of his projects to get done. But that's just, so this first section is planning, making notes on any planning, and then I'll label the top of the page. Like here at the property, things I want to get done. Ignore my little stick figure drawings, they're not the greatest. You can see I want to do a little covered swing, and I want to make a little cob playhouse for the kids. I think that'll be neat, and cob's a really neat building material, and we have so much clay out here that I think that'll work well. I also want to put gravel down and work on some trails. Things I want to do in the home, things I want to do in the camper, things I want to do in my garden, seeds I have left over, seeds I need to get. That'll be a whole nother video. So my next section here, instead of having a whole nother notebook, is budgeting issues. And here's something I do, or I'm trying to stay in the habit of doing, is if you look, I have every month, and then events in that month, and people's birthdays are main events that happen in that month. When we usually take trips, like spring break and things, and money that we will need to budget rough amounts, I'm guesstimating. So I can go ahead and plan, starting now, about how much money I'll need at each event. Like for each kid's birthday, I try to budget $100. Seems like a lot until you get to a kid's birthday and are actually tracking all the expenses. Like we have a family of 6. So that's, 6 people at the party already. Then the kid invites their friends, and we always let them invite their friends, basically their whole family, because we have kids of all ages. Go ahead and bring all the kids. We don't usually pay to rent a place for a party. We most of the time do it at home or at the park, and just get there early and get a picnic table for the park. So, just pizza, $30 to $40. Then drinks, cupcakes, cake, whatever. I let the kid pick what they want. A lot of times we do bake the cake, but sometimes, especially when they're at certain ages, they want like a fancy specialty cake from like Walmart or Winn-Dixie or wherever, and they have their $100 budget, and that's it. Like that's their gift, that's their party. Sometimes they decide they want to do something with a friend, so it's like, okay, well, I'll take you and your friend, and probably the youngest kid here, Lovey, with us, and that $100 will pay to take the friend out. Like either we'll go to the movies and lunch, or they'll have a slumber party and rent a movie and do something. But I go ahead and start planning at the beginning of the year for that, and put back a certain amount of money each month. So throughout the year, those all are covered. I also keep my list, because this is in budgeting, my thrift list. Things I want to keep an eye out for at the thrift store. This is one thing I have a problem with, is remembering when I go to the thrift store, what else do I need to keep an eye out for? Because when you really need something, you can't find it at the thrift store. But if you kind of have an idea of what you want, but it's not an urgent need yet, you can usually find things if you just keep it tracked. So right now I want to look for a trash can with a lid, because since we found that dog, if I throw away like the bacon packaging, he's constantly trying to get the trash. So I think a can with a lid would be helpful. A dog crate. I don't want to spend a lot of money on this dog just yet because we don't know if somebody's going to claim him. So I don't want to put a ton of money in it. Then somebody will be like, oh, hey, there's my dog. Just random things like that. Then I have my book and movie list. Books and movies I'm going to keep an eye out for either at the library where I can get them for free or at the thrift store where I can get them cheap. Then I do a monthly budget and I write down every expense we have. I'm not going to zoom in too close on that because you don't need all those details. And my handwriting's horrible. Alright, so that's that section. And you get the idea of how that one goes. That's the actual budget, money kind of thing. And then the last section is, got this going, is my groceries. I have made a little quick reference for when I can't think of what I want to eat that week, of quick meals, crock pot meals, easy meals, and work meals. By work meals, I mean ones that take more effort and longer times. It's just a quick reference so far. I will add more. I just started this the other day. And what I do for my groceries is I have cold, pantry, and then stuff. And as you can see, this is the list I used last week. What I do is I write down, here are the 7 days of the week dinners. And I'll write down, like Friday is pizza night. I go to the grocery store on Friday. I don't want to cook after going to the grocery store. So Friday is pizza. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is generally leftover. So I really need to just plan 5 meals. And sometimes I'll make notes, like on Monday, Jessie goes to gymnastics. She has to leave at 5:30. So I'll try to have something that I can make quickly on Monday or the crock pot so she can go ahead and eat before she goes. If there's something else in the week, I'll kind of make notes. Do I need a quick meal? Can I use a crock pot meal? Things like that. And then I cross out, as I go through the groceries while I'm shopping, I cross it out and I write how much it is and add it up. That way I know how much I'm spending at the grocery store to stay in my budget for that week. And then as I make the meals, I cross them off down here. I don't have to stick too much to this meal was written on this day, but if I decide, hey, I want it now, I can move it around. And I have enough things on in my pantry that if I decide, oh, this has come up, I changed my mind, I can throw something in my pantry. So it's not a hard and fast rule. And then I make down for the next week, as I run out of things over here, go ahead and write them down. I'm also trying to track, I've started using the Amazon subscribe and save, which really seems kind of neat for like toilet paper and things. Like if you order at least 5 things that month, you get the first time a 5% discount, but if you use the service again, you get 15% off, and then you can pick it so it's only the stuff that you get free shipping on over $25. So I got my toilet paper, my paper towels, my trash bags, toothpaste, and baby wipes. And I got them for a good bit cheaper than what I get even the generic at Walmart, and I'm getting them in bulk. So I also have that in my budgeting, and I'm going to track and see like how long those last compared to some of the store brands. But that's how I'm trying to simplify my paperwork into one notebook. I've got, like I said, my notes on gardening in here. I think I'm probably going to have to do another notebook or divide that section into 2 maybe. I don't know. How do you guys keep your paperwork from taking over everything on your planning, or do y'all just kind of wing it? Do you have a system that you know works so you don't have to write down things? Let me know. Hope you guys are having a great new year, and I will get back with you guys later. Thanks. Bye.